I think this is the hardest stage for me as a parent. Whenever my son tells me that someone came out their face towards him or somebody said something, or like if he's dating and some girl does something to him, like so my son is 17 years old. He's about to graduate high school and go off to college. When he was younger, it was so much easier for me to deal with situations when kids were mistreating him, right? So when my son was younger, if somebody was mean to him, I would just go to the teacher or I would talk to the parent. Like I would intercede on my son's behalf because I'm his parent, right? I'm the mama bear. I'm the protector. Like I have always been like this when it comes to my son, trying to protect him at all costs. But now my son is 17. Like he's about to be an adult. He's about to go off to college. Like I can't fight his battles. I can't protect him from everything. If somebody mistreats him or mishandles him, he has to be able to handle that on his own. That is the hardest part about this stage right now. Like the hardest part about having a young adult is when people mistreat them, right? It's so hard for me to sit back and watch my child be mishandled. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I say? Right? Because we always have that balance. As parents, we have to know when to let our child handle the situation on their own and when to intercede. And one of the things that I'm trying to teach my son is how to accept people as they are. So my son has such a big heart. He has such a big heart and he always wants to believe the best in people, right? Like he's so forgiving, he's so understanding. And I try to tell him when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. So if people show you that they're not trustworthy, if people show you that you can't depend on them, if people show you that they talk about you behind your back, if people show you that they're sneaky, right? And you can't believe a word that comes out of their mouth, like whatever people show you about their character, believe them and treat them as such, right? So if there's someone who shows you that you can't trust them because they're going behind their back, they're being sneaky, they're lying, they're doing things that shows you that you can't trust them, I'm like, that's not a person who needs to be your friend. You don't need to be rocking with that person. That person doesn't need to be in your inner circle. And I don't care what they say. But these lessons are so hard. Like these lessons are so hard to teach a teenager who thinks he knows everything. My son is at that stage where everything I say to him is, I know. Like whatever I say, I know, right? He's at that stage where he thinks he knows everything. I was once at that stage where I thought that I knew everything. So this is the stage where my mom is telling me, like, you have to let go. Like, you have raised him up until this point. So now you have to trust that what you put in him, he will use it, right? But he has to learn how to make his own decisions. He has to learn how to stand on his own 2 feet, right? He has to learn, like, he has to come into his manhood. And I'm like, yep, you're right, 100%. But that doesn't make it easy. That does not make it easy, right? Like, one of the hardest things about your kids becoming adults, young adults, is when you see people mistreating them. And you, of course, want to go and fight their battles, but you're like, nope. Like, like, you gotta let them handle it. And the thing is, here's the thing. If you're too overbearing, like your kids won't even come to you and tell you anything because they'll say, you know what? Every time I tell you something, you're going off or you overreact. So there's like this line that we have to tread as parents now that we're watching our young adults make their own decisions. Tell me in the comments for everybody who's already gone through this. Tell me in the comments, like, what do you do? How did you handle it? Because I'm telling you, this is something new for me. I have to pray, 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 because I'm like, these kids, oh my goodness, I got stories about these kids and how the things that they do. It's totally different. Like, now is a totally different time than when I grew up. So the way that kids treat each other, the way people treat each other, the things that people do in relationships, like, it's different. So let me know in the comments, how did you handle it when your child became a young adult? Like, when did you intercede? When did you take a step back? Like, were you completely hands off, right? When it comes to your kids and the situations with their friends and their girlfriends, like, are you completely hands off, or, what did you do? Let me know. So for all my young parents out there, enjoy it, because this stage right here, this is hard. And I think it's especially hard for me because it's just me and my son, right? Like, it's just me and him. So him growing up as a child, I was always his protector, right? My son didn't grow up with a bunch of siblings in the house. He didn't grow up with his father in the house. Like, literally, it was just me and him. And so I have been the person, at least I tried to take on as many battles for him as I could. Now, I don't want you to think that my son, like, there are times where I took a step back and I let my son handle it. Like, my son did have a bully at one point in time, and I told him, I'm like, listen, I can't fight your battles for you. Like, at the end of the day, you have to stand up to that bully, or they're going to continue to bully you, right? So I don't want you to think, that I'm just completely overbearing. And I didn't let my son fight any of his battles, but I am very overprotective of my son. I am very overprotective of him. And this is just a new stage in our relationship, in my life, where now I'm just having to take a step back and let him handle his friendships, his relationships, and things that are going on in his life. So let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, how did you deal with your child becoming a young adult?